nation. No donation, no salvation.
And remember, respect is everything.
And we're back. So, before I start today's video, I know I promised tutorials. I decided I'm going to put them on hold because, I'll be honest, I haven't been feeling well the last few days at all. I haven't really been wanting to record anything, so apologies if you're still waiting on those. Just, I'll get them done at some point. I just have no clue when. But anyway, today we're going to look at Lockdown. So, he was actually part of an eBay haul, or a toy haul I did a while back. And he was one of my eBay purchases, and I never got a chance to talk about him. I think I showed him off in the Lego video, the Lego version I did of this character. For those who don't know, I don't really do Lego Transformers, but I do them in this kind of anime sort of, I guess you could say chibi style, if you're new here. So, just kind of showing this one off real quick, just because I can. So yeah, they're very simple little figures, and I was going to do a tutorial on this one in a different color, but I'm going to put that on hold for now, just because, like I said, I've been kind of depressed the last few days and haven't really felt like recording stuff, just because I don't like to work on videos when I'm not mentally well, because then I end up saying or doing stupid things that I don't mean. But so here's Lockdown. Apologies for the social commentary. Anyway, so here's Lockdown in his car mode. So I actually did a Lego version of this figure, for those who are familiar with my usual type of content. And I'll be honest, this is probably my favorite version of the character Lockdown, just because I always felt his best form was a muscle car. So yeah, he's clearly inspired by several cars. The rear kind of reminds me of an old Ford Falcon from the early 70s. And yes, if you saw the supercharger, you know why I said that. That is totally the blower scoop from the Mad Max Interceptor. Like, there's no denying that. Like, that is totally a way-in supercharger. Yeah, I've always loved this figure. I was able to get a hold of one recently because I was finally able to get one at a good price. Well, actually, I've had him for a few months now, but I just never had the chance to look at him till now. So, he's your pretty basic kind of textbook muscle car with death spikes and, you know, very mean-looking front end. He almost kind of... The front kind of... Like, just the shape kind of reminds me almost of a Corvette. But anyway, that's enough rambling. Let's actually transform him and look at the rest of what he has to offer. So yeah, Lockdown, I always felt was a very underrated character, and I wish we could have gotten him in more media as, like, the kind of crazy, like, stalker bounty hunter that he was in animated. And even though I have a very love-hate relationship with animated, there's a lot of reasons for it, but I won't get into them here because it would take me hours to dissect everything. I always loved that character or that depiction of Lockdown because I just thought the whole, like, lone bounty hunter / kind of stalker sort of creepy vibes he gave off were just so cool. And it's a shame we never got a character similar to that. I think he did appear in Cyberverse, but he was just kind of a throwaway / comedic relief character, and that really just felt like a disservice to Lockdown's character because, you know, I've always felt his design was very, like, unique to him. That very kind of long, kind of creepy, sort of, I guess, survivalist look that he's always had. Because he literally, you know, because if you're familiar with Lockdown's character, his big thing is, you know, trophies. You know, he likes to wear parts of his enemies as, like, trophies. Kind of like, what's a good example? Kind of the way how Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre would wear the face of his victims, when he would kill them. I know that's a very dark and very, graphic comparison, but, I mean, it's the most reasonable one I could think of. And I know I should be explaining the transformation, but, I mean, like I said, you can I hope you can see what's happening, because, you know, I'm doing my best. It's just, there's just so much to talk about with this character, and I'm sorry if I'm just kind of rambling, but, I mean, at least I'm showing you how he works, so I guess that counts for something. But anyway, let's go ahead and stand him up. Stand him back. I'm sorry if you can hear, the wind in the background. It's currently raining where I live right now, and there's a lot of high winds, so apologies if you can hear any of it, because my state just had a really bad ice storm a while back. But yes, here's Lockdown, and I love this very kind of creepy, very tall, lanky aesthetic he has. I'm not really going to go into articulation, but I will say this. He is very, very posable. He is very creepy. You put him on a shelf, like just leaning over a corner, and he will just freak you out. I love it. I love creepy like aesthetics like this in Transformers. It's really cool. His head is on several ball joints. I guess if you wanted to do that, I mean, you could do that, but it looks kind of weird. Yeah, I know this is not really the kind of video a lot of my viewers were hoping for, but again, this is more of a hobby channel. I mean, yes, my content is mostly Lego, but you know, I like to change things up from time to time. So that's really all I have to say. I don't know when my next video is going to be ready. I'm sorry for the lack of uploads, but ultimately life happens and you just kind of have to go with it. So it is what it is, but I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.
Hallelujah! Another soul saved!